Guys, welcome back. I hope you all are doing very well. First of all, let me thank you guys for 396 subscribers as of the recording of this video. I really do much appreciate it. We are so close to 400, and then of course it's 500 and all the way to 1k. The support has been absolutely phenomenal and I really do appreciate it. And remember, if you do like the content, hit the sub button. It helps me out a ton. And like I said, the goal is 1k before the end of the year, of course, but if we reach it before that, much earlier, that would be amazing as well. So, what do I have for you today? Well, today we're going to do probably one of the last beginner guides I'll do on this game. I don't think there's much more beginner stuff that I can show you guys in this game. So the last thing I'm going to be covering is scrolls. That's it's less of a beginner and more intermediate thing for players, but I'm going to be covering it, show you guys exactly what they do, how to get them, etc, etc, because next week of Friday, at this current point in time, I would probably be playing Monster Hunter Wilds. So that will be one of the new series that's going to go onto the channel. But yeah, so let's get into this real quick. First of all, let's do some summons. I have some free summons again, as per usual, because I barely log in. So maybe even after today, I'll delete the game. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I should with my RNG. Anyway, so I see that there is multiple changes they made. Okay, apparently these two are not too bad. Just seen some things of them. But yeah, there is some changes they made to the attribute trees. Apparently you can then now farm the, well, not farm, but get some daily by doing a quest. In a power-up quest, it should be here. We're just gonna quickly gloss over that. Attribute trees. Transcendence Refinement. What is this? Oh, this is okay. So this is the scrolls. Okay, they renamed the stuff. Okay, cool. Link slot trials. Why is that on a different tab now? Okay, they completely changed the names of the stuff, which is kind of strange. But anyways, so yeah, there's apparently supposed to be a tribute tree thing that you can do daily. I think it's under the daily quest itself. Yeah, there you go, a tribute tree gun. So you get these thingies, I don't know what to call them, resources, I guess, attribute tree resources that you can spend on your attribute trees. Now apparently there's something else. Okay, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for scrolls. So what is scrolls? Well, if you go to your sub menu, you go to inventory, and you go to characters, right? You go to character materials. As usual, you will see your crystals, you will see your jewels, you'll see your droplets, your potions, and your super potions. Now under all those and underneath your Hogokus and stuff like that, you will see these are special move sources. I have 2 of the green ones, which is very nice. Here you go. These are the scrolls I am talking about. You have technique scrolls, power scrolls, mind scrolls, heart scrolls, and speed scrolls. And each of these scrolls have 3 tiers. Okay, you have a small, medium, and large. Okay, and I'll get into why that is important. Then, you also have affiliation scrolls. You have Soul Reaper Captain, Squad Zero, Hollow, Aronko, Espada, Human, Quincy, Sternritter, and no affiliation scrolls. Okay, cool. Now you know about those as well. They are for certain affiliations. If you level up a Soul Reaper, you're going to need Soul Reaper scrolls. If the Soul Reaper is also a captain, you're going to need both of these. You see where I'm going with this? Okay. Then, probably your most important scroll out of the lot, the Essence Scrolls. Okay. I'll show you guys why that is a very important part in a second. So, Essence Scrolls is also one of the things you need. Okay. So, that's all the scrolls. Now, what do these scrolls give you? Well, they allow you to make your character stronger, your base stats of your character. Okay, so I'm just gonna put Asana into the team here, because once again she's like the guinea pig almost. Just gonna put her into the team. I'm gonna release her. I'm just gonna get it to 200 real quick, because I want you guys to see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll get it to 200, no problem, just the normal resources. Okay, so the scrolls are for these. Transcendence. Okay, so as you can see, my Asana is a 1 out of 5 unit. If I had more, then I could use the other slots. Okay, but for now, I only have Spiritual Pressure into her first slot. Now, if you go to Set, okay, so you're on your character screen, you go to Set, then this screen pops up. Okay, if you go to the recommended, they will say exactly what they recommend you run. I think this is based on like the average of what people put in order. So you can use that as a guideline. It is actually pretty accurate most of the time. But anyway, so we're going to be doing the SP. Now, if you click on that first slot, you will then see this. If you press on the plus button to the right here of your SP, that shows up here, you will see it goes up by 1 level. Okay, cool. So now you know that. As you can see, it takes 10 small heart scrolls and 3 Hogyokus. It doesn't matter what affiliation or attribute your character is. SP will always take heart scrolls. Okay. Attack will take power scrolls. Defense will take speed scrolls. HP or stamina will take technique scrolls, and focus will take mind scrolls. So it's always the same scrolls that are used for these stats. Okay, so if I go 1 level, that's going to be the cost. 2 levels, then all of a sudden another scroll appears. That's a Soul Reaper silver scroll. Okay, if I go another level, now all of a sudden there's a medium scroll. Okay, and as you can see, the cost of the small and Hogyoku and that other scroll actually goes up per level. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Level 5, just the cost went up. Now level 6. So up until level 5, it is relatively cheap to do. And I'm saying relatively because scrolls can be a pain to get a hand on it if you guys don't know how to get them, which I will show you guys exactly how to get them. Then level 6. Now all of a sudden, you have a bunch more stuff that you need to actually check. If you go from 5 to 6, all of a sudden now there's large scrolls, okay? Golden Soul Reaper scrolls, so golden affiliation scrolls as well, and Hogyoku Wills. Now these Hogyoku and Hogyoku Wills, you get them through grinding for your crystals. There was a training ground for it, I'll need to check again, but you get them pretty often, I would say, from just grinding your crystals. Now, if I just go up all the way till 9, okay, you can see the cost is getting a little bit more exponential. Okay, now from 9 to 10, okay, that's a big jump in your stats as well. As you can see, going from 6 to 7 adds 25, 25, 25. Okay, now if you jump from 9 to 10, all of a sudden you jump from 375 to 500, so you get an extra 125 SP from going from 9 to 10. Just keep that in mind. But this is what it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you an Essence Scroll as well. So this gets expensive real quickly, especially with Essence Scrolls, which is kind of limited to how much you can actually get per month. Okay, so as you can see here, that's going to be the cost of it. Now I know if you do the attribute trees, you can actually increase this a little bit further, and you need different materials for that, but you guys will have figured that out by that point. Okay, so this is going to be the cost of it. Now it's not too bad for me because, well, I have a hell of a lot of everything except for the affiliation scroll. So as you can see, I have plus 500 SP. Okay, and the thing is with that SP, it doesn't count as just a plus number like these. It adds to your base character number. So her SP was 1117. Okay, and then we upgraded it. Now it's 1617. You can see how this is extremely important to do on units that you use a lot, because of course any accessories that you equip on this character scales off of your base stats. So let's say you have a fortification pill that gives you 30% more SP, 30% more SP off of 1100 compared to 30% more SP off of 1600. It is a absolutely gigantic increase. So just keep that in mind. So of course, depending on the character and stuff like that, let's use who haven't I done yet? He's done. Let's actually sort Can we see total transcendence? Now I want to see special move level. Special move level, special move level. Sword, I think it's, yeah, sword, yeah, here we go. Special move level, there we go. Okay, so he's 5, 5, 5, she's 5. She's 5? Yeah, okay. He is also 5, I think. Yeah, okay, but anyways, we can actually use him as a example. So as you see here, I did my power, my attack, so that used red scrolls. Now if I want to do this one, which is focus, it's going to use the orange scrolls, which is the mind scrolls. So just keep that in mind always, that it basically, the colors of these represent what color scroll you're going to be using. Okay, as you can see, defense is going to be blue, stamina is going to be green, and then SP, of course, is going to be purple. Okay, so just keep that in mind. An easy way to check what type of affiliation scrolls you're going to need to use is, of course, if you are on the character at the top left, you can see he is a Soul Reaper. So he's only going to be using Soul Reaper affiliation scrolls. Okay. Now there is cases like, let's go with Yama. Okay. He's a Soul Reaper captain. Okay. So if I was to actually come here and increase these, you will see he uses Soul Reaper and Captain Scrolls because he's a dual affiliation. So these characters are a little bit more tricky to invest in because you will see that you're going to be using more scrolls on them. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. He's a Soul Reaper Captain, so he's going to be using both of those scrolls. A good example of another one is Shunsui, Soul Reaper Captain. If I click here and I increase, he's going to be using both of the affiliation scrolls. Same thing goes for the Arancas and the Espadas, as well as Quincy's and Sternritters. They have the same type of thing. If they are a dual affiliation, like Ulquiorra, you go, you upgrade, it's going to be using both of them, Aranca and Espada scrolls. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now that you guys know what scrolls are, and how much they are going to benefit you, because let's quickly click on Mugetsu here. Ignore the fact that I have this guy pretty much armed to the teeth, and with a 3-star SP, the base stats of my Mugetsu is ridiculously high. So any accessory I equip on him is going to scale much better. Same with this Ichigo. I think I actually removed most of his accessories, or do I have them still on? No, I have them on. Okay, anyways. So as you can see, I'm getting a total of plus 5,000 SP on him just because I spent scrolls and of course got the 3-star SP. This is absolutely important to do. Trust me, if you want your characters to be as strong as possible, Transcendence is the way to go. Especially with the focus. But here, focus, like I said in a previous video, gives you crit chance, and beyond 1,000 just gives you crit damage, just an increase in damage. So that is also very important. Okay, so let's go over how and where to get this. Let's just remove the sort filter, rarity. There we go. Okay, cool. So scrolls are obtained in a plethora of ways. One of the ways that you could obtain scrolls and essence scrolls was with the Chronicles, which they removed. I don't know why. Chronicles was a absolutely exceptional place to get your scrolls, okay? And I don't know why they removed it, but they did. Okay, then sometimes, I think it's once a month, you get extreme co-op, which you can run, which would give you enough materials out of the shop that you buy to fully kit out one character. So you're going to get 5 essence scrolls, you're going to get enough of the other scrolls to do every single stat, etc, etc. So just keep that in mind. Let's go to the normal shop here real quick. There we go. Okay, so let's go to exchanges, because that is where it is. Now the scrolls in and of itself, like I said, most of them are actually obtained through exchanges. That's just how it is. So let's go to the Chronicle quests. This is where we used to do it, as you can see here. Essence scrolls, human scrolls, affiliation scrolls, all of the other scrolls, etc, etc. This is going to get removed, which is very silly in my opinion, but apparently they're going to move these things to a different drop. Okay, so that's what I said. They're going to be removing this shop as well, the Chronicle Quest Exchange, but they're going to put all these items into a different exchange. So we'll have to see what that is going to be. But yeah, so Chronicle Quest was one place you can get all the scrolls. Raids. So I'm not sure what the current active raid is, but I'm just going to be using a... did I do Bambieta? Yes, I did. Okay. So Bambieta, of course, if you do the raid, the epic raid, you're going to get coins, or tokens rather. As you can see, medals, if you want to call it medals, etc., etc. You can see there, the normal raid has its own type of medals, and then the Awakened has its own type of medals as well. But you can see here that also through the raid exchange, you can collect essence scrolls, large scrolls, and so on and so forth. This is one of the only places in the game which you can actually get golden scrolls. These golden scrolls are very important because, once again, some characters use 2 of them. Okay, a normal one and a well, not a normal one, a dual affiliation. I mean, so it's like a Rancor, which is also a Sparta, like these 2. Okay, so golden scrolls also very important to get if you do the raid. I would actually suggest that everybody does the raid just for the scrolls alone. And this applies to all the raids. Every single raid has scrolls in them for the reward pool if you exchange stuff. Okay, so remember to do them every single month and get all your things sorted out. Senkaimon, I don't think there's anything here really. There isn't. This is all just for the Senkaimon characters to level them up, which is a different story altogether. Extreme Co-op Medal Exchange. Here we go. So currently, I think Extreme Co-op may be in because I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyways, so as you can see here, you will get medals. You exchange it. You have 5 Acer Scrolls that you can get. You have 50 large scrolls that you can get, and so on and so forth. So it literally gives you just the right amount of scrolls to get a character max transcendent, pretty much. Also, you can get power hearts here, which is very important for your accessories, so remember that. But yeah, so this is also one of the places where you can get some scrolls. Then, of course, I think that is it. Birthday, nothing there. Coin exchange is nothing there. And summer medal exchange. Yeah, there's nothing here either. Okay, cool. So that is where you can exchange for your scrolls. But there's 2 other ways as well to get scrolls. First way is the achievement system. You guys may think I'm like a broken record, but the achievement system is the best thing in this game. I said it once, I said it twice, I said it a million times already. The achievement system is the best thing in the game. Why? Well, this is why. When you look at your Transcendence, okay, you can create 1 Essence Scroll every 3 days. Okay, which is amazing. So in other words, you get in a month, you get 10 Essence Scrolls, which is a lot, considering you're limited to however is actually in your month's buy limit. Okay, so 1 Essence Scroll every 3 days if you max this out, of course. Mine's on level 5, so you guys need to just check that. Okay, then where is the other one? Create friend points. No. Links Transcendence. Here we go. So as I showed you guys in the previous videos about the link slots, this is also where you get silver scrolls, golden scrolls, and 90 Transcendence Scrolls of each attribute and size. So every single day you get 90 scrolls of every single type, which is the like the speed ones, the red ones, which is power, technique, heart, and mind. Those are the 5 scrolls that they're talking about here. But you get them all, okay? And in all 3 the sizes, 90 of them, every single day. So in 10 days you get 900 of each, which is insane. It's absolutely busted how quickly you can build up your stockpile, okay? So this is very important to have. Then you get 30 golden scrolls if you level this up to level 3. I want to get it to level 5, of course, but that's just besides the point. You can also get golden scrolls here every single day and silver scrolls as well. So please invest in the achievement system. This is your most important tab. The Link Transcendence tab is your most important tab to get up real quick. Because of the link slots, because of the scrolls, this is absolutely one of the most important tabs to level up in the beginning. Okay. And then the last way that you guys can get scrolls is by, well, power-up quests. Now, what do these do for you? Well, as you can see here, Transcendence Practice Grounds, it's a weekly clear limit. So it's a weekly thing that you can do. Okay. Now, that is why I said it is limited to how much you can actually get. There's no specific place to actively farm scrolls like you would spots and potions and droplets, those type of things. This is a weekly clearance. Okay. So, for instance, if I wanted small and medium hard scrolls, I would go to this one over here. As you can see here, it actually shows you what it's going to drop. And then, of course, it also drops Soul Reaper and Captain Scrolls as well. Silver ones. You do not get gold ones from these. Okay. You get gold crystals and the large gold crystals, gold scrolls, and the large scrolls from the next one, which is a little bit more difficult. Okay. So what are these? Well, these are some of your most difficult things to do in this game. So what we're going to do is, well, I cleared this one already, so I'm going to do this. So you can only run this 10 times a week. So 10 tickets. You can't run it 10 tickets 10 times. It is 10 tickets per week. So if you want to do it in a way where you split this up in between the 5 types, you would go 2 tickets, 2 tickets, 2 tickets, 2 tickets, 2 tickets. That will be a total of 10 tickets spent on this tab, on the Transcendence Practice Grounds. Okay. You cannot do 10 tickets on mind only, 10 tickets on speed only. It doesn't work like that. This is for the whole tab. It's 10 tickets that you can spend in a week. So we're going to be running this one real quick. Now, these also have quite a bit of modifiers to them. Some of them are quite annoying to deal with, actually. So let's just remove Nurge from the team. It's not needed. Okay. So as you can see, when it comes to the rules, you have quite a few rules to actually go with this. You need your character to be at least 555 or 1500, you know, that type of thing. Killer effect times 5, attribute advantage times 2, poison, and then of course damage from attribute enemies halved. So the thing is, when it comes to these, if you have a strong enough character, you do not need to heed by these rules really. Okay. And these rules they're bad, but they're not too bad. Okay. So as a new player, you might find it a little bit tricksy to do, but it's not all that terrible. So we're quickly going to run this one. Shouldn't be too hard. This Yuhabaha is very strong. And there will be these elemental environments on the ground, which you should try to avoid as much as possible. Did I really not get them all? No, I did not. Oh, I don't have heated enemies on this guy. Whatever. Doesn't matter. He's still extremely strong. Remember to hit the boxes as well. Always hit the boxes, because they also contain some scrolls sometimes. Okay, that should nearly be the end. I think this is the second last room. Okay. Yeah, that should be the second last. Okay. Cool. So, as you can see, it's not all that difficult really. If you have a very strong character to run it, there's no units that increase the amount of scroll drops or anything like that. So you can literally use your strongest character in your arsenal to do this, according to whatever the rule set is. Like this is mind only, so I could only use mind characters, of course. But yeah, so as you can see here, this is the reward for it. You get 24 small scrolls and 18 large. Like I said, you can split this and do 2 of each attribute every single week, or you can just do, you know, the SP one. I would recommend that you guys do more of the SP than you would do of all the other, because most units in this game is actually SP units, so your purple scrolls will always go much quicker than the rest. Just a little tip there. So that is the normal scroll run. As you can see, it completely disappeared. Okay, it's not there anymore. It's gone for the week. You cannot do more. It is gone. Now, Transcendence Refinement Grounds. Once again, we're going to be using Yuhabaha because that's the first one here. Mind, this is also 10 times a week. So once again, you can do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or you can just hyper focus on 1 or do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't really matter how you do it. It's just remember that the majority of units are SP. So I'd recommend that you guys build that stock up. But remember, these also drop affiliation scrolls. So if you want to, for instance, get some more, let's say, yeah, there we go, squad 0 scrolls and no affiliation scrolls, you would need to do the green one, which is power only. So just keep that in mind. So we're going to be going and do this one. This one has human enemies in it and Quincy's, which is absolutely terrible. This dude, I don't know why this dude is so strong, but it is absolutely ridiculous that he is as strong as he is. So, yeah. Okay, so with this one, enemies have iron skin and they have poise. Okay, what that means is, of course, I need to proc status elements, but I cannot stun lock them like normal. Poise means that they cannot be stunned. Okay, now that in essence means that they are always on the advance. You cannot stop them unless you use a character like, for instance, this Ichigo, which has poise break on him. I think there's like 3 or 4 units in the game that has that in their skill set. Poise break means that they can still be stunned, etc, etc, because this character has poise break on. But that's not a linkable trait. It's not something that you can just get. It is something that is unfortunately only on a select few units. Okay, but we're going to be using Yuhabaha here again because he is just that damn strong. And we're going to be running 10 tickets on this. Okay. So these units I'm going to be a little bit more careful for because, like I said, I can't really poise break them. And they're always going to be on the advance. These guys are also going to hit extremely damn hard because they're humans, which does not make any sense to me, but it is what it is. Yeah, as you can see, sometimes the people actually spawn in on top of you. If you are, I just got hit. If you are a weaker unit, it will most likely just one-shot you and kill you. Also, you can bring in 3 units here instead of just the 1. I just prefer to always just use 1 unit in my teams. I don't know why, it's just a thing for me. It saves up on a lot of resources from having more links and stuff like that. Yeah, now we can just go to the boss. So it's not that much more difficult than the other content. It's just remember that sometimes the modifiers may be against you and will be a little bit tricksy to deal with, but definitely something worth trying to do. Okay, so as you can see, I did that. We'll see the rewards. And there you go. That's the rewards for doing one of these. Now, once again, 1 ticket, 2 ticket, all the way to 10. This is what we got. 15 large, 15, 15. Ogakus and Ogaku Wolves. Okay, cool. Banger. Awesome. Now you will see that tab also disappears. It's gone for the week. You can only do 10 tickets a week on each of the tabs. These, you can farm. Literally, you can farm. Okay. Why is... Okay, this is weird. We have the normal inheritance trials and then we have the... Did I done goof? Yeah, I think they done goofed. But anyways, so yeah, sorry, that just confused me for a second there. But yeah, that's a weekly thing that you can do. Just keep in mind to pick and choose exactly what you want when it comes to the scrolls, or what you need rather. The achievement system, as you can see, I literally spent 10 tickets, well, 20 tickets, but it needs to be 5 that you spend a day, and you get these 60 of each attribute, 90 of every single scroll. So we'll claim everything, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by this achievement system. As you can see, 60 of every single affiliation, 500 spots, 30 of these every single affiliation, 1,500 pots, and all of the scrolls, 90 of each. That is by far the most efficient way to get scrolls in this game, is by using the achievement system. Just remember that. Achievement system is still one of the best things ever added into this game. Okay. So just a quick recap on what we went over. Transcendence Scrolls is used to upgrade your character's Transcendence to increase their base stats. The base stats is important because accessories scale off of your base stats. Transcendence Scrolls can be gotten from the weekly power-up missions and of course through the token exchanges and the achievement system. Achievement system being by far your best way to actually get them. But yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to add about the scrolls or anything like that. I think it's a very simple to understand topic, but it is still a little bit more intermediate than what it is actually beginner. So that's why I waited so long to actually go over it. But yeah, just remember it's also going to be using coins. So you guys need to have quite a bit of coins to actually level out your characters and make sure that they are getting nice and strong. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, if you did, hit the subscribe button, and I would see you all again next week and Tuesday, which will be another card one, and then next week and Friday will be Monster Hunter Wilds probably. So yeah, have a good weekend and peace out.